Yo guys, welcome to the video, and this one's going to be a little bit different, maybe less polished than what you guys are used to be seeing. It's going to be an interview I had with one of my close friends who's also a student of mine, going through a lot of things to do with Facebook advertising and also touching on some advanced points as well. So enjoy the video, take notes, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later on. Yo guys, welcome to the video, and I actually thought I'd make this video. It is going to be a bit less quality than before, but I feel like this video is going to be packed full of value because I actually had a friend who I'm actually training up when it comes to Facebook ads, and he's got tons of questions to do with like dropshipping, Facebook ads and all those things, and I thought why not just put it in a video, it's going to help tons of people anyway. So Cam, if you just want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, hello, I'm Cameron. I'm Taro's friend. I'm just trying to learn Facebook ads now.
Any girl them in Loughborough, you know what I'm saying? Holler at Cam. No, I'm messing, bro. I'm messing. But yeah, for those of you guys that didn't know, me and Cam actually used to play rugby together back in the day as well. Obviously, I used to carry the team from the bench. Well, yeah, man. What questions did you have, Cam?
First one was just like, if you was to say, what would you say is the more important thing, the strategy of where you're placing the ad or the actual creative itself?
So,
what do you think the best thing to like get sorted first?
So creative is king. Creative's always going to be king when it comes to testing products. Audience is come second. It's going to come a very close second, but audience is definitely second. If you've got a good ad, it doesn't matter who you put it in front of. Everybody's going to be able to respect that ad at the end of the day. And then all your job is going to be is just putting it in front of different people. Whereas if you've got a poor ad, it doesn't matter if you're putting it in front of the perfect audience. It's not going to get any sales.
Oh, so creative's always the king then.
Creative's king, bro, all day.
Always. So regarding, say you've got the creative down, and then now we're moving on to like the audience. What would you say the main thing that I should be focusing on when trying to identify what audience to target, and like how to go about it, what sort of ads to actually send over to that audience?
So you want to be putting your ad in front of audiences that are 1 million plus, and you want to be using tools like solutions. You also want to be using tools like just normal Facebook insights, making sure it's got a solid affinity score, so 30 plus, and just making sure that audience has got enough people in there to scale it. What a lot of people do is they'll launch a campaign and they'll have some campaigns that have like 15 mil, some campaigns that have like 1 mil, and some campaigns that have like 50k. So it just don't make sense. If you just make sure that all your audiences are 1 million plus, it makes your basically makes your test a lot more viable.
Yeah. What? So don't go too niche.
No, don't go too niche. No.
Well, that's gonna cause problems.
Yeah, make sure you spend tons more. When your audience is very small, it's more expensive to reach them. When it's larger, it makes it cheaper.
Okay, yeah. So what about if it's a new business? Would you just say, if it's a new business and say they don't really know their audience themselves, would you say run a test of ads on different audiences before to identify?
Yeah, so when you've got a new business, what you want to be doing is adding all of your audiences together. So going out your way, doing tons of research, having a look at what shops their ideal customer shops at, what influencers they follow, and all-round interest. For example, I know people don't like selling fake AirPods, but I actually had a student that sold fake AirPods, and they looked at their product. They didn't just look at it and think, oh, I'm going to do interest like music, Apple, Samsung. Yeah. They thought about Walmart, right? So he was like, right, my ideal customer, they're not going to be looking to purchase expensive items. They probably shop at Walmart. So he tested that audience, and that audience was a winning audience for them. They got like 6-7x ROAS on a cold campaign. So always try figure out outside the box, especially with a new business, and throw out different things that might not be in the ballpark that you'd usually go for.
Yeah. What would you say the suggested time is to actual test? For how long? Maybe like a week, 2 weeks?
So you want to launch all your ads at 12 o'clock, so basically 0 hours, and then balance it out throughout the day. Once you launch your campaign, you don't want to touch anything for 3 days. And then after that, you want to start employing rules that you put in place so you can always keep structured.
Oh, so then what? Stick to them strict rules throughout the campaign once you've established which direction you're going in and the audience you're going to predominantly target.
Yeah, man, because at the end of the day, I see Facebook as kind of like a science test, and you want to have some type of constant in there. So if you're testing different variables, you want to have something that you're going to keep the same. So
Yeah.
you want one of those things to be a structure that you can stick by.
Yeah. Oh, so like say for a lookalike audience, what is the best audience would you say? Say if you're running a conversion campaign, what's the best audience to create your lookalike audience off?
So first of all, for those people that don't know what lookalike audiences are, a lookalike audience is just you asking Facebook to create an audience based on the actions that have happened on your website. So if you've had website visitors, you can create a lookalike audience for that. If you've had video views, same thing. Purchases, add to carts, view contents, all of those things you can create lookalike audiences from. In terms of the best one to start with, if it's a new business, the first thing you want to start with is video views or engage content, so like content engagement, and you want to create a lookalike audience of that. So anybody that's liked a post on their site, anybody that follows them, these are all audiences that are already warm that you can start to create lookalike audiences from.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so say another one is once if I get like say a company comes to me and they're a clothing brand, but they're in a market which is very just crowded. Their audience is predominantly like the same as a lot of other companies. There's nothing like unique about them. What do you do in that situation?
So that one's tough, man. Like when it comes to those ones where you're in a market which is competitive and you don't have any other type of marketing angles, then that's when you're just going to start having to leverage. So you can actually target people that already follow a certain brand. So big brands like Chanel, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, like big brands, you can actually target their audience. So technically, you can actually target your competitor's audience as long as they've got a big enough following. So that's what I do. I literally just put my ad in front of those guys. That's one of the main things I'd test. I'd 100% test just putting it straight in front of them.
Would you say creative becomes even more important in that situation as well?
200%. What you want to do is you want to have your competitors up in like a sidebar, have all their ads up, and just look at different ways that you can improve on them. If they're not that engaging, if not that engaging, that's definitely one. If they're not testing like carousel ads, which is like ads where you always see Nike do it, where you can scroll through all their items. Those type of ads you want to be testing as well. And just trying to stand out from the crowd as best you can.
So what would you say is like the best sort of ad, if you're just getting into it, like what's the best sort of ads just to start with? Because obviously at the beginning, if you don't know every type of ad, like what's the best ones just to get, like learn how to create first?
So the best ads to start off with, even like when you're just starting out and in a general testing campaign, is you want to start off with an ABO, so ad set budget campaign. And within that, you want to put 10 ad sets. So that's 10 different audiences. And within there, you need to have a minimum of 7 videos and 3 images.
Yeah. Would you say videos are better engagement than pictures, or images a lot better?
You know what? I've scaled up some images that I thought they wouldn't even work. I just threw them in there like, oh yeah, let me just see if it will work. And the images are just taken off. They're giving them like literally like 4 or 5x ROAS at like $200 a day, and just took off. Even I didn't like the images, but they just work. So sometimes it's like literally.
Yeah. How more for you, innit? Like, how do you not go into a place where you're so adamant? Say with like the ad things as well, because it's all subjective. It's like, how do you know that, what gives you the indicator for like it's gonna work? That sort of creative will work for the specific audience you're gonna show it to. Do you look at what other companies do and what creatives they use and what works, or do you just go for it?
Yeah, so there's a method in the industry called like a one-up method. So that's where you can actually limit variables by doing a lot of comparative research. So I can know that image ads work. If 2 of my competitors are scaling image ads, then clearly it means that that's working. I can know that like UGC works if my competitors are doing that as well. So that's a great method. Apart from that, I literally just remove all emotion, and I put in as much effort as I can do. And once that ad's launched, it's completely up to the market to decide. Too many people get adamant that something's gonna work. I've made that mistake once. I spent literally like 30 minutes copywriting. I was speaking to my missus like, oh yeah, can you, like, what do you think about this? I was getting so into it, which is great. But then when I launched it, the ad got banned. So I couldn't even use the copy that I wrote anyway. So it's useless. It literally is useless.
Yeah. So what? So when it comes to the mindset of it, you've got to detach yourself on what you think and just go for strictly what the research is telling you.
Yeah.
Keep it
with everything, with ads, with audiences, with products. You've got to remove emotion. It's literally like trading. Many traders talk about it. They remove emotion from it. That's exactly the same thing. Yeah.
What would you say is like for mindset just going in to your first client? What do you say some of the best things are? Like tips. Yeah, the tips. What mindset should you go in with? Like, what's the best things that you should take in? Like, I should do, or should keep in mind when you've got a client?
So we're gonna break down both in terms of like dropshipping mindset. 'Cause I know a lot of my audience are dropshipping, and I'm also gonna touch on in terms of like service-based delivery mindset as well.
Yeah.
As you guys already know, I do like have an agency as well, e-commerce agency, and just like what Cam's going to be doing when you're dealing with clients, when it comes to mindset, the mindset that you need to have is it's more of like how you look at yourself. You need to look at yourself knowing that you're confident in terms of what you do and understanding that your service is valued. So what a lot of times people do is they devalue their service, and they don't really feel that they're that experienced, and that comes across in sales, and it also comes across in your results as well. Like if you can just snap that switch, and know that you're valued, know that you have the knowledge, and that you're actually there to help people more than anything, that's when you're really gonna have tons of success. And in terms of drop shipping, your dropshipping mindset, it needs to be like determined. You need to understand that you're going to fail like more than once. Like a lot of people, they'll see me or they'll see other people in the industry with like tons of sales and think, oh wow, like they're trying to compare that to where they are now. Like people do that way too much on social media. They'll compare where somebody is at there compared to now, but it's a marathon, not a sprint, 100%.
Yeah. That's the main questions I had for you, to be honest.
That's calm then, my guy. That's calm, man. I hope it helped you out. And obviously, I'm going to stick this on YouTube anyway, man. So we'll see how that goes. I hope that helps everyone out.
Everyone at Performance Establishment.
Oh, yeah. At Performance Establishment. Go check Cam out on Instagram. He was a bit chubby and now he's got a 6-pack. So
yeah, was fat. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for that, my guy. Thank you.
Bro, easy.
Best, bro.
Knockout. You win.